everyone. Welcome back to the Midway Eagle Sports Network for another River States Conference Digital Media Day. I am six-time Mr. Olympian bodybuilder Dorian Yates, and we are here for men's basketball interviews to prepare for the start of the 2025-26 season here at Decoreio Smith. Travontae Swift. Fellas, give a friendly old wave to the folks watching as we prepare for this interview. All right, guys. So practice is a few weeks in. We're about the midway point from where practice starts to where the first game is. So what's the progress report so far?
The progress report, it's been good so far. We're getting better every day. All the guys going hard.
I would say that everything is progressing in the direction that we wanted to. The guys seem to be bought in. Everybody seem to be on the same accord. Everybody got a sense of team feeling. So everything moving smoothly. Of course, there's still a few hiccups here and there, but it ain't nothing that's just out of the equation or nothing.
Okay, and you talking about feeling like things are things going smoother this year? Do you feel fast now that as Coach Scott has a few years under his belt? Do you feel like the regime, the things he wants to hit are being hit on better?
Yeah,
100%.
Okay, I know we're just a couple weeks out. I know first game is on October 23rd. Feels like kind of an early start, but just what do you think of your expectations? How good do you think we can be out of the gate?
Our expectation is to win every game. If we don't win any game, believe me, we upset. Of course, it's, you know what I'm saying, it's perfectly fine that we don't win any game, but that's our expectations. That's what the bar is for. So we ain't accepting nothing less than that.
Okay.
Yeah, just pretty much to go off what he said, just to win every game, get better every game, honestly, so we can win the conference championship.
And this is another year. I know it's going to become a theme. I know you guys have multiple Division I opponents in the preseason. I know you guys have also got a couple teams that made deep runs in the NAIA tournament. How much better is that going to make you before the start of conference season?
It's going to make us extremely better. I'm glad that he scheduled the games he scheduled, but I think we ready for it. I don't think there's nothing on the schedule that we can't handle at all.
Okay.
Yeah, them D1 games, I'm glad he scheduled them. That's going to be a real big test for us to see where we at.
Okay, and 8th place conference or 8th place predicted finish in the conference. Judging by the confident tone you guys have been on, I'm guessing that is not where you're expecting to be. So I guess what do you think are the big things that have to happen to elevate yourselves higher than the preseason projected ranking?
We know what we got to do. That's cool that they put us right there. That ain't nothing but motivation, fuel to the fire. It's cool. We ain't even tripping. The work gonna show.
Yeah, just coming out every game with that chip on our shoulder, proving them wrong.
Okay, I tend to ask people if they're willing to make any guarantees about finishing. Either one of you want to be so bold as to guarantee, I don't know.
River State's title.
Yeah.
That's a guarantee?
Guaranteed.
Put the trophy right here, fellas. That's where it's going to be. I'm sorry, I was talking too loud. I got the eyes bulging out. But you guys, you got me excited for the prospects of a conference title. Well, thanks, fellas.
Yes,
and yes, I appreciate the candor. And now we're going to bring on head coach Akeem Scott. Two-shot! Hello, Akeem. How you doing?
Well, thanks.
So, yeah, we talked with the guys. They gave their assessment of how practices have gone so far. I guess coaches always have kind of like a different view. So just how do you feel like everything has progressed so far here in the early weeks?
Now that I have that couple years under me, trying to figure out, the guys from the past and trying to get some of the new guys coming in, getting them adapted. But I think everything's going well. I think it's going in the direction that we're going. As far as the style of play, the pace of play, things like that. So I think things are going in the right direction for us.
Okay, and we'll start with some returners. Obviously, Decoreio, who we talked to, and then you have Amari coming back, who are both all-conference players. Obviously, they very impactful players in their first full seasons. Just how much better do you think they can be?
And I think now that Decoreio has that full year under him, knowing the system, knowing the expectations that we have as a coaching staff, I think he's a little bit more confident. His confidence is definitely shown in practice. I think he should be another conference, contending for Conference Player of the Year, in my opinion. But he's doing everything that I'm asking him. He's been a leader on the floor, and he's constantly growing as a teammate. And his academics are excelling, so he's doing everything on a high level right now.
Okay, and who are maybe some other players that you think are ready for big leaps, either like guys who are coming back or maybe newcomers to the team?
Yeah, now that Trey Swift has had another year under him, I'm looking to have some big things from him from a 1-2 guard position. Amari always brings it, high energy, explosive, but we have a lot of guys that have a lot of individual skill set, but at the same time, we're really team oriented this year. We're looking to move the ball, do some things like that, and hopefully some of our young guys that have came in, we really went deep with freshmen this year, so hopefully they can come in and buy in and play a nice little role.
Okay, and how are you said going heavy with freshmen, how well are they acclimating to the college game?
Oh yeah, it's always next man up. If you're not able to do those, what's required of you, there's no expectation if a senior needs to play or a freshman needs to play. So everybody's always ready, but they're acclimating pretty well. They're adapting well, and we have some guys that could just shoot the laces off of it.
Okay. And it's another thing I hit on the player portion, but yeah, nobody's ever going to accuse you of scheduling lightly in the preseason. So just how beneficial is not only the D1 games, but there's a couple teams that I think got at least to the Sweet 16 from the NAIA ranks last year on your preseason schedule. So just how beneficial do you think that's ultimately going to prove?
At the end of the day, the way our conference is ran, we're all in the NAIA. There's no NAIA Division 1s or 2s anymore. So regardless if you make a deep run in the NAIA or you win the conference, right, you're going to run into somebody. And teams that are local, 15 minutes, down the road, like a Georgetown, let's play them. An hour or so down the road, Lindsey Wilson and things like that. I think those are good measuring sticks because they are in a tough conference. The Mid-South is a juggernaut conference. But it also allows us to get battle tested, battle ready. And as you mentioned, being able to play those Division Ones, just gives us our program, men's basketball, and Midway University as a whole, just national recognition.
Okay, and I know people aren't always, coaches aren't always necessarily revealing with the kind of things like this in the preseason, but do you have maybe not just a win-loss total, but also a conference finish that you have in mind that would constitute a successful season?
Obviously, we're always trying to win every game, right? That should be the goal. Us as coaches, us as players. We don't play the game to lose, right? So we're trying to win every game. That's the goal. But the outcome will always be the outcome. We always tell our guys, success is not given; it's earned. So hopefully, our guys have proven enough through practice. Through gameplay that they're able to go out there and earn those victories. But from a coach's mind, I want to win a season. Obviously we have River State's conference title on our mind. That should always be the goal. So that's what we're shooting for. I can't make any promises because the players got to show up. To be able to do that. But they're doing the things that are necessary to get that done.
Okay, and October 23rd against Union Commonwealth University here at Midway.
Yep.
First chance to see your Eagles in action this season. Akeem, thank you. Yep. And thank you, dearest viewer, for consuming more River State's Conference digital media content. Give them a fun hand gesture to go out on.
All right.
Yeah, double peace sign. Bye, everyone.